Hey Busters, welcome back to another capsule toy video. So today we're going to be starting a brand new capsule toy series. I'm really excited about this because it is my absolute favorite series for capsule toys, the Mobile Suit Ensemble series, part 20. I started collecting from part 1, so if you guys are interested in this, get ready because I have 131 more videos to show off to you guys. But yeah, I collected these since part 1. These are 500 yen a pop. They're basically small miniature Gunpla models. The reason I decided to start here and not before, because starting from part 20, they have a brand new integrated shoulder joint system, which is really cool for posability. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about starting to get into this, this is the place to start because they've kept the price point at same at 500 yen since 4 or 5 years ago, and you've only gotten more. In fact, they've actually increased the capsule size of these because there was just so much volume in it. But yeah, these things are amazing. So this is the Crossbone X1 from the Crossbone Gundam manga. So here is the detailing on here. It's just showing off a bit. So right here, I'm showing off is just everything you get in this one capsule. Oops, sorry, Busters, hold on. Sorry about that, Busters. Just outside the garbage truck came by, but yes, here's the back, sides, and the front. So yeah, like as you can see, the detailing on these guys are superb. Like even the little Vulcans, like here, they just put a lot of detailing on these. Like the skirt where it has like the throw-up claw, they just put in the details here. Like the part separation, it's not part separation, actually there is part separation almost like a plastic model, but the paint apps is superb. Like the Crossbone Vanguard crest here, like it's really detailed for how small this thing is, you know. And the bones here, like generally sometimes like paint apps like chip and stuff, like here you can kind of see it kind of didn't make it all the way, but you'd have to forgive them for the size of these things. I mean, look, these things are small. I was going to do size comparison laser, but these things are basically as tall as like a generic poker size, which I think is 6.6 size. So these things are just under 7 centimeters, you know, just from the head. But yeah, amazing. So there's a deep that. So let's just move these up. So what you see here is everything you get in the one capsule. So, you know, in terms of weapons, you do get the I can't remember the Zam. I think this is the Zam Buster. No, this is the Buster Sword. This is the Zam. No, this is the Zam Blaster, and this is the Zam. It was a Zan Sword. I can't remember, Buster. Sorry, I can't exactly remember the names of it. But yeah, you have to build these things yourself. So, articulation-wise, these can go as far as back as this, and goes as much as this far, so you get a nice full 90. Same with the legs. Now they incorporate a bit more. You can get a bit on less than 90. You know, the skirt does get in the way, unfortunately, of some stuff. And you got these movements now, which they always had in the previous one, but now they incorporated this where it's a peg hole. So now you can actually get more, like as you can see here, even more angling out of these for even more dynamic poses. So you can now do this. Before it was just one peg sticking out, so you can only go about this much. But now that they incorporate it, you can actually pull it out a bit and rotate it, so you can, I think, let's see, as far as, I think this is as far as it goes for the shoulders, but that's amazing for the quality of this thing. So yeah, that's about it. The head is on ball joints, so you get it. You know, just the front part of the head kind of gets in the way with the collar sometimes, but oops, that's basically it. But yeah, so let me just put this back in. So yeah, there it is. Here, if those were wondering, this part is detachable. If you have other pieces from previous sets, you could, you know, put it up here like he does with the shield. However, the shield is in the weapon set, which I will show off in a bit. But yeah, that's basically it. And of course you get the stand that just pegs in here like so. So, you know, the backpack crossbone thing. So these are on pegs, so you can adjust it. I was actually surprised. What is it for the G self? They included the little what is it? The core fighter with it. I'm surprised they didn't really. I mean, technically, I guess I understand why they didn't include it, but I thought they would have put it at least in the weapon set. So, all of these have the same generic back. So yeah. So I'm surprised they didn't, because you can easily plug one in here and have the core booster. But yeah, these things are designed originally for customization, so they have tons of contests here in Japan, like 5, I guess so far, official contest where they just have you guys pretty much grab different parts of these and just make your own unit, and it's amazing what some people can make. But yeah, these things are amazing. So here are, and you can, the weapons set, so you get the sword and the gun, and they recreated it so you can take up this hard plastic and put it together to make the Zam Blaster, you know, where you combine the sword to be a longer rifle, like so. So yeah, that is basically it. I mean, there's not much to go up, show off to these guys. For those who do collect these already know, all of the holes here are the same size peg holes. I'm sorry, I don't really know exact the size, but they do have the connection ports here, as always, on the joints. And this time they have 2 on the side skirts, 1 on the back rear skirt, 1 on the backpack here, 1 on the head as always. This time the gun has 1 here. These are just detailed thrusters, so none of that. And yeah, I think that was it in terms of peg hole. The pegs here, there's a peg here, here, here. So what I mean, Buster, is for designs, unfortunately you can't have him kind of like holster the gun, but you know, for those who want to customize, you know, you could, for example, just put this here, you know, and just put it here. Why you would do that, I don't, oops, sorry Busters. Why you would do that, I don't really know, but you know, it's just for customization if you're building even more, you know. So you got tons of different stuff to go around with it. But yeah, so moving on to the next part. So this is the base Crossbone X1. If you got the weapon set, it comes with the ABC anti-beam coating mantle, as well as the peacock smasher and the shield, which I want to show off to you guys so you guys can see it. So here is the weapon set here. So in order to put on the ABC mantle, it's super easy. Well, here's the peacock smasher, but to put it on, all you do is, oops, where's the other piece? Here, the mantle. So the first step you want to do is here, although it's pretty hard for you to notice without them actually telling you, this is a removable piece on the chest, like so. So yeah, most color separation is done, so it's amazing how snugly it fits, as expected of Bandai, you know, who make plastic models. So you take this part and you, oops, sorry, you just take the top part off here. Reason being, you want the top part of the ABC mantle. So here's the top part. I'm just gonna leave it off the side there. And from the weapon set, you just put the ABC mantle cloak covering the top. So you want to just keep the one with the crest. Plug it in there, like so. And then you put the peg back into the chest, like so. And then you remove the backpack. And then you just put the cape on the back, like so. Yes, for those wondering, yeah, some in the manga series and stuff, unfortunately, I wish they kind of had 2 peg holes here so you could actually connect this, as they actually do sometimes in the manga and show they do have it sticking out when it's not folded down and hidden. However, you could easily just, you know, drill 2 holes and customize it yourself. And while I was initially surprised, these things, so here there's an L here for left, an R for the right side. I was initially surprised that these things only actually just hang on like that. There was no pegs. However, after trying it on, I do realize why. It's actually much better with it just having it just held on like this via just hanging. Because when you're actually doing different poses, by not having it so rigid, you're able to kind of like move it out of the way if you need to, because this is soft plastic, so you can get different cool poses out of it, like so. So that is him with the ABC mantle. Oops. which looks quite good, depending on how you want to display it. So if those wondering, that's just a nub mark, so like that. And it even has the arms out, so, or rather parts for arms, so you can have his arms sticking out, and you can have him hold the Peacock Blaster. So, but yeah, generally, for you guys who don't know, sorry Busters, generally the weapons are rarely colored, it's just molded plastic. It's only the unit itself that's colored, so that's why it's all white, where I think the Peacock Blaster itself is actually more gray, but I think white's not bad for coloring. So here he is with the Peacock Blaster. Yep, and like so, and the shield, which if I remove this, just pegs in here on the side if you want it on the side. However, if you don't want it on the side and you want it as anime manga accurate as possible, it comes up from here. You just plug it up here, and he's got his shield, you know. So like if you have it like this, you can probably have the cloak just hanging off. A bit hard to do, but you could probably get it done somehow. Sorry Busters, but yeah. So you know, you could just have it in the hand like so to give it off like a cloak thing, but so definitely up to you. And you know, you can just remove this, so this is just a peg. But yeah, these things are amazing. Sorry, I forgot to mention it, but in case for those wondering who don't know how to build these, the link in the description below I'll link you to the official site, which does teach you. Starting from this one, they started teaching you via video how to build these, so that's really nice. So yeah, so that's how it is with the weapon set. So like that. However, for those I want to mention, if you didn't want to like damage the cloak, you could actually just have this pegged in, and because it has a single port here, you could have it just kind of like off to the side, just plug it in. While it doesn't look as well on the back, like so, sticks out in the front, you know, it doesn't look too bad, especially depending on how you angle it. So overall it's pretty cool. So let's just remove that, move these weapon steps out of the way, and get the ABC mantle, pop that back off, put this back, and let's give them in a cool pose. So I prefer just to have them both. I think, what is it? The Zan Saber? Oops, it's not a gun, it's a sword. Zan Saber and the damn blaster. I can't remember the name, but yeah. So you know, now that you have these, you got tons of cool posing options with, you can lower the shoulders and really get some nice dynamic poses out of these things now, which is amazing. For 500 yen, these things are so good. You know, so that's basically it, Busters. I guess for those who are interested, here he is next to the Crossbone X2. Although it's really dark, so it's really can't show you. Oops, show it off that well. So if you want them to have them together, the Cross 1 and Cross 2, lots of people customize it for Cross to have the X3. You know, so overall really good. In terms of size comparisons, I think I've already showed it off, but these guys are generally about the body from the feet to the head, or maybe the top of the V fin is about 6.6, because normal generic card size 6.6 centimeters, so just under 7. On a display stand, it's a bit higher. You can say it's about the height of a normal generic what is it, Pokemon, Digimon, Magic the Gathering, or just Uno cards, you know, that you have laying around. So that's a good size. For those who already like Gundam and know about this but don't collect this one and collect the other one, that's the M.S Kido Senshi Forte. So this is how they compare. So this is the Forte series. These guys are 400 yen, the new one, Forte. It's slowly increased in price. It used to be 200 and 300, where they started adding more joints, because before they didn't have joints. Sorry, Busters. But yeah, so you guys can just see the different styles, the detail. This one, the Forte, is the more traditional SD Gundam style, where the legs don't really have legs. It just goes from just big feet sticking out like so. But these guys are more of the, what is it, the next edge ones, the toys, or the brand new Super Robot War, where the legs are just more elongated, kind of almost like a kiddie Gundam. Like it has, like if Gundams were adults, these are like the kids versions, like size-wise, in terms of proportion, and these are just the SD Gundams. The detailings on both of these are superb. However, I would say like I just love the proportion on these ones a lot more. And when these things are used to be 300, I think these things are still 300. The new ones might have been 400, but honestly, these guys are just way better, especially when not all of them come with a display stand. So yeah, in terms of like posability, these things only have these guys have ball joints in the shoulders, which was what I was expecting, but this is just way better. So, but yeah, you got ball joints here, but and then the elbows for these guys. However, definitely, I think these guys are much better overall. But yeah, you got tons of posability, so these things are amazing. But yeah, Buster, that's about it. Rambled a lot longer than expected, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and actually got you guys interested in collecting these things. If you're do I recommend these? 100%. There's nothing I can't recommend about these. The only thing, the negatives against this series would be that if you're ordering blind, you know, you're ordering and they give you a random one, it is a bit of a dick move on whoever you ordered from's part if they only give you the weapon set. So if you are able to choose what you get, then definitely I would highly recommend these. Honestly, these things, when I first got into these things were $5 a pop. Thought they were a bit expensive, and now like the quality you get is really worth it. I mean, it took like with you to build these, I recommend using some nippers for clean cuts, but this thing is an easy 10 to 20, even 30 if you really want to just take your time and to enjoy it, like a 30-minute mini plastic build. So I think for maybe those who are kind of like want to start getting into a plastic model building, these are actually a really good starting point. They're very basic builds, and then you get some painting practice in. These things are just tons of fun. Posing's great, desktop, like everything's about it great. The only nitpicks I have against this series, or specifically against this one, would be that the thrusters, the crossbone thrusters on the back, they are a bit loose because the pegs are quite small or shallow. So you know, when you kind of move it up and down, it slowly just pops off. That's the only nitpick I have, but honestly, as little display pieces, you won't be moving these as much unless you're customizing. And then if you're customizing, you're gonna be popping these things off non-stop. So, but yeah, this one is definitely amazing. Sorry, Buster. So definitely highly recommend the Crossbone X1. Great design, everything's amazing about it. So yeah, can't recommend this highly enough. But yeah, that's about it for this review, and if you're interested, please feel free to check out my other videos. I'll probably be slowly rolling them out. I have the Wing Gundam, I think some of the age ones are already up from part 2, what was that, 16, 17, so you could kind of check those out. I'll probably just redo those later on, but yeah, highly recommend this guy. So, but yeah, if there's anything I didn't go over or you wanted to know more about, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you on that. In case you were wondering how to build these things or wanted a bit more information about it, again, there's a link in the description down below for you to check out at your leisure. Anyways, that's about it, Busters, and hope you enjoyed this. As always, Buster-kun here, because he's white ash.